Just wanted to do a quick review on the guitar cases for the Gator cases for the Les Paul style of guitars. So let's get started. Okay, so what I would like to say is that I did not see any reviews on this particular case for the Les Paul style guitar cases for Gator. And also I would like to point out the pros and then the cons. And I did read the reviews on it, and it said the older models were made with a plush foam inside of it. For this one, I got back in 2015 or 2016, and it's not a plush thing. It's more of a hard kind of sturdy material. And so first off, for the pros, I would like to point out the exterior first. For the exterior, I like to point out it's like a hard shell case, of course, and it's very durable, and you can't really press down on it and it gets into the thing, which is a good sign for a good case. And not to mention the TSA locks, that, you have the thing, lock. This is better lighting. You have the lock, or you just kind of push up on it, and then you pull down. Then also you have this key thing for, like, if you are on the airplane or you have kids or something that they might open the guitar case for whatever reason. And also, yeah, it comes with the little key. Oh, and also the little feet on this thing. See this right here? And that you can actually stand up on its own. But usually, get a better view. And usually, the little stands don't really work that well if you're on carpet flooring. But for like tile flooring, I can see it works perfectly. And also, you have these little stands right here. So you can, lay it on your side if you're if you're at a practice or so. Then of course you have little, just really tiny ones in the back. So you just lay it down to put the guitar in there. And also, I think with the... Oops, let me put this on its side. Okay, so for the exterior, Okay, yes, for the ceiling, I believe that there's not much humidity that goes into your guitar, and you also have... Oh, it's also stripped down and basically sealed up. I think that's for when you go on tour, like, by airplane or by car, you go through so many climates, see if it's like raining or if it's really hot or so, nothing gets into your guitar case. So then next, I would like to talked about the exterior. Now I'm going to talk about the interior for the guitar. See what's inside. So what I really like about this particular case is that it's at an angle. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it kind of just dives down into it, and it kind of holds it by where the beginning of the neck of the guitar is. So therefore, your guitar isn't like it's lighting there. So your guitar isn't on its like neck, and it messes up the tuning pegs. And also, what I really like, I really do dig how it just lays into the guitar. Also, for the Les Paul's style guitars, we have a little toggle switch thing. That one always kind of bugs me that cases don't really have this for switch selectors or toggle switches. But for this particular case, they decided to put that extra feature in there, which I really like. And yeah, then you have your little compartment right here, and you get the little Gator thing and receipt. And you keep like little stuff in here, and also the keys to the lock. So yeah, and then actually let me just show you how the key works. So the key, you get two, thankfully, in case you lose one. You take the key, you have an unlock and lock. So when you lock it, of course, it won't come undone. But usually I don't really have to use that because I don't have kids or so, and don't really see the point of it like if you're at a gig or so and you feel like you should lock up your guitar case for whatever reason, they just would just steal it if they wanted to. So yeah, let's put the guitar in there. Okay. So yeah, so now with the guitar in there, I would like to say that what I was talking about earlier was how the body of the guitar just dives into it, and see, this one's hot, the little bit's high right there, and it kind of sticks out right here. The reason why it sticks out right here is because I actually have locking straps, I believe. Yes. So it's kind of bigger than the usual ones because it has to lock in there, and it usually kind of sticks out a little bit, which not a problem because this case is very sturdy. So with the slanted thing, it leaves the neck a little up in the air, if you can see. And what I like about that particularly is that when I first got this guitar, it was in an old beat up case, and the tuning pegs were really loose because the guitar was sitting right on its tuning pegs. Or I'm sorry, the headstock was on the floor of the case. So with this one, it's kind of just suspended up in the air, which I really like. So that thing doesn't happen again. And yeah. So yeah, and this is the full view of it actually being in the case. So so for this particular guitar, it's Epiphone Les Paul, 1992, made in Korea. It's a Honeyburst, and yeah, I'm not sure about the Gibson guitars because you have Gibson Les Pauls, but I'm pretty sure it will fit because the neck, like I said again, it's suspended in the air, so you wouldn't have a problem if the neck is thicker on your Les Paul or thinner, like as for an Epiphone. So yeah, now let's talk about the cons. So the first con is that it's feels more heavier when you put your guitar in the case, of course, because Les Pauls are genuinely heavier guitars. Also, what I like to point out is that there's like these kind of fabric straps that just hold, open and close the case back and forth like that. But I'm usually used to the guitar cases that usually have this kind of thing on it, and not really, the fabric things, which is it's not a big deal. And also, this might sound a little weird, but kind of usually with guitar cases, you kind of get the strings imprinted on the on the top of the guitar case, which is normal. So also, what else I would like to point out is that don't let your kids, or don't smell this guitar case, because when I was a kid, my grandfather played guitar, and I just loved the smell of mahogany wood. And yeah, so I know when you buy it, you spend like $150 on it or whatever price you pay for, and you get the brand new smell, but don't just smell this thing for too long because it actually has chemicals in there that used to glue it apart that are pretty harmful to your body. Like you can get pretty sick from it. So yeah, other than that, I do believe it's a really good investment for your money, for protecting your guitar, like if you have a Gibson or Epiphone, whichever Les Paul style guitar you have. So I hope this video helped somebody out because looking to buy a guitar case for the Les Paul style guitars. I didn't see any reviews on this particular case, but if it did help you out, I'm glad it did. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.